A grieving family finds relief after coming forward with their story about a funeral home's unwillingness to release the body of their deceased loved one.
The Meyers family shared their story with 2 investigates, and after it aired, the solutions they'd been hoping for fell into place. Channel 2 investigative reporter Jill Burke has the follow-up.
In the days following our story, the family of Eddie Meyers got results. A steep bill dramatically reduced, a source of money shook loose, and perhaps most importantly, a gravesite and a final goodbye for a slain loved one. For the people who loved Eddie Meyers, a long, drawn-out effort to lay him to rest came to an end on a rainy Friday afternoon in Palmer.
I felt that was kind of like heaven mourning with us that day, like tears falling from the sky, because it was such an emotional event after 9 months to finally be able to lay him to rest.
The ironworker shot and killed on Christmas Eve, but for nearly 9 months, the family was not able to hold a funeral. 5 days after KTUU first aired their story, closure and healing, especially for his sons.
They couldn't stop him from dying, although they tried. And now they could at least do what was left, and that was to bury him.
The holdup? A criminal investigation that would end with one of Meyers' 3 sons charged in the murder. Delays in the payment of death benefits, and with each hurdle, a growing bill with Jansen's funeral homes, which refused to release the body until it got paid. Since it charged for storage of the body, the bill grew and grew, rising as high as nearly $18,000 by August.
If you're in business and you are here to benefit the community for all the right reasons, things like this they're not going to happen. This isn't like a little crack that Ed just happened to fall into. This is a giant hole. And it's a hole that comes from having the wrong heart. It comes from not caring about your customer as much as you cared about your bottom line.
Later in August, the funeral home made some concessions, but they were still too steep for the family to self-fund. They needed the death benefits, verified and pending, to come through.
There were plenty of ways to bury my brother, knowing he has an estate, and recoup those costs in a timely manner. It didn't have to be this difficult.
Aubrey started speaking out after she discovered an Alaskan law that prohibits a funeral home from holding a body over money owed. And she found her way to us.
If it had not been for KTUU's story, I am convinced that Ed would not be buried today. And I would not be surprised if the funeral home had kept dragging out the process and even threatening to just dispose of his body.
The funeral home's owner, Scott Jansen, has previously told KTUU his staff never made such a threat and that he always strives for families to have a compassionate experience. He has declined repeated requests for interviews. After our story aired, Meyers' family told us Jansen's funeral homes worked swiftly to resolve the situation, reducing the bill to $3,500, dropping the requirement of an upfront payment, and releasing the body.
They had 9 months to make it right. And if you hadn't helped us out to just get the word out that this was even happening, if we hadn't gone to the troopers and the district attorney, who knows how long this would have continued.
The state's Victim Compensation Board, which helps crime victims with some expenses, also saw the story and moved to release emergency funding, immediately taking care of that $3,500 bill. For Eddie Meyers' mother, saying goodbye hurts, but now there's some finality to it, with a proper burial for a son gone too soon.
Once he was there, I've had more weight lifted off of me. It's just knowing that he's at rest.
The family's fight isn't over. It's hoping to prevent situations like this one from happening to others, so it's in the final process of filing a complaint with the state. Also, a reminder for our viewers, we want to hear from you. If you have a story you think we should know about, email us at 2investigates@ktuu.com.